Well, tonight in the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, there's a West African immigrant by the name of Adama Diallo. Now, she is a nurse practitioner. And this woman had got into it with some Black Americans. And I want you to listen to what she says about Black Americans. Some of it I had to silence due to the words she's saying, but I'll tell you exactly what the words she was saying that was just kind of, shocking, but not shocking, actually, about, this particular incident. So let's go ahead and roll this particular footage.
Your ass back to the slavery.
Put your ugly.
Get out of the boat, you ugly slave.
Talking about you talking about a prostitute,
You
bitch.
are a
You got
slave.
some booties with some
Slave.
some
You
tap
are a
dance
fucking
shoes.
slave. You are
the
a
fuck
slave. Get the out of my place. You are a slave.
You
Look
a
at you, a
slave.
dog. A dog, you living on kiosks, living on people's tax money and coming here and giving
You
people.
man.
Get your out and go get yourself
Your
a job.
boy
Bitch. All of you guys, you are a
bitch.
yeah.
All of you guys, you
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Get out.
You know?
Get out. Get out of my place.
Get out your place.
I'm not gonna get you. Yes. Oh yeah, you are on Kiesos. Who knows what the heck you doing?
You right.
Kiesos,
You right. You right.
You Negro.
You right.
You are a Negro.
You
Look
right.
at you.
She
You
said,
coming
you are a
from
Negro.
boats.
You
Most
right.
people ask at you.
You right.
Go get your ass and get yourself a job.
You right.
Now, the words that were silenced, she was calling these Black Americans the N-word with the hard R. Now, she's been here long enough to know that Black Americans don't use that type of language. Only them folks use that kind of language. You understand? But she had no problem calling them slaves. But the interesting part is, if you know colonization, because this woman's from West Africa, if you know the story, during colonization, that was slavery too. It's not like, when people from West Africa was part of the slave trade and they sold off their brethren to the white man. The funny part is those who sold them off, they also gathered the slave traders up and put them in slavery too. That was like the irony of the whole thing. Like, could you imagine that? You making all this good money off of selling slaves, and then the white man say, all right, we gonna get you too. We need another one, right? So they wasn't in no economic partnership. So if you call them Black Americans a slave, then ma'am, you a slave too. Just bottom line. But there's people that don't like Black Americans. And when you want to talk about pan-Africanism, you know who destroyed pan-Africanism? It was African immigrants, Caribbean immigrants, people from Latin America that's Black. They destroyed it because they didn't want to be labeled as Black. They didn't want to be worked together as one. They don't want to do that because they don't do that in their own homelands. You understand? They are completely divided. Look at what happened in Rwanda. 1 million people lost their life. Tribal beef, right? I've been told by many Africans that Black Americans are the most unified group out of all of them. And I definitely know that to be true. We got our issues and problems, but we are unified for pretty much so. But this woman, she thinks she's better. That's the interesting part. She's telling them, get a job, get off the government. Ma'am, you wouldn't even be here. It wouldn't been for you being on our government. Well, what are you talking about? If you don't like slaves, why did you come to the land of the slaves? We built this place. If it wouldn't been for the slaves, you wouldn't have had no opportunity to come here, because before Black Americans fought to get these rights that you're enjoying, the folks didn't want nobody here but Europeans. They didn't want you here. So you're sitting up here insulting Black Americans, but the only reason you're here and you have what you have is because of the fight and opportunity that Black Americans gave you for coming here. Now, there's a lot of Black Americans say, okay, well, we're going to turn this video in. This woman is a danger to any kind of Black American patient. She's dangerous because she's sitting up here saying the N-word, the hard R, and slave, because call it what it is. If it was a white woman did this, it'll be held to pay, and everybody be wanting her license and everything else. And you got people calling about the people and reporting her to the licensing board in Columbus, Ohio. They're reporting her, and rightfully so, because it wouldn't be right if a white person or another group of people did it and then she did it and like, oh, well, no, oh, well, nothing. If we some slaves, well, let the slaves show you exactly how we get down since we some slaves. If you don't like slaves, then maybe you need to carry your happy self back to your homeland and go open up your practice over there. And that way you don't have to deal with the slaves. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I do believe in working with black people globally, but not everybody I'm going to work with. I wouldn't even work with everybody in Black America. Because if you think about it, pan-Africanism was saying, well, we just need to unify with anybody that's of African descent. But that's really what's wrong. Because you know good and well, if you just live life long enough and just dealing with people, you know you got some good people and some bad people, even within our own groups. Even within your own individual ethnic groups, you know you got some bad people. So we shouldn't have that attitude, I'm just want to go support anybody black. No, I want to support black people that have the right mindset, the right heart, the right character, that sort of thing. Yes, color, I consider you, but that's not the end all be all, because I don't want to unify with a devil. I don't want to unify with someone that's speaking like an anti-black racist. That sound like they went to a Klan meeting, and that's what that woman sounded like. I don't care what happened before the video. The fact is, she's going to literally ruin her whole work that she's worked for because she had this inner hatred for Black Americans. Black Americans are discussed in other people's households. We won't even be there, and people discussing us. Like, why? We're not even thinking about y'all like that. But just maybe Black Americans should maybe just, figure out a way to help her go back to her homeland, and that's it. She needs to go back to her homeland if she don't like Black Americans. Just that simple. And the funny part is they think they're actually different. They think that the folks is going to sit up there and treat them better or something. You see what's going on in the UK right now? You know what I'm saying? They're not treating you no better. They don't care. You're not them. It's just that simple. And then didn't have the white lady employees looking like, she's looking like, oh God, okay. You know what I'm saying? She went home and laughed about that. You say, this one called this one a slave? Like, huh? They would probably be shocked about it. Even the white people be shocked. You call him a slave? Like, are you serious? You know what I'm saying? But this is why delineation and the delineation movement is so strong right now. And it's not going nowhere no time soon because of people just like this woman in this video. Then some of you want to cry about delineation. Oh, you Black Americans, you starting to be xenophobic, you this and that. No. That woman right there, and many people like that woman, is the reason why the delineation movement has happened. Because they got people that think like that woman get in politics, and they're advocating for everything else except for something for Black Americans. You understand? That's what I'm talking about. See, that kind of woman, the Democrats will love to put her in a position. They'll love that because she can't stand us. And they love using a so-called black face to do their bidding. But yeah, brothers and sisters, you are in danger if you go to that woman's practice in Columbus, Ohio. Please stay away from that woman's practice and send this video to whatever board you need to send it to, because this woman is discriminatory. And that's a danger for the lives of Black